Next time you sit by an airplane window, look closely. Not at the clouds, not at the view, but at the window itself. You'll notice something small, a tiny hole right at the bottom of the window. Now, here's the question. Why would an airplane, a machine designed with extreme precision, have a hole in its window? Is it a flaw, a design mistake, or is that tiny hole actually doing something important? Because the truth is, that small hole plays a big role in keeping you safe at 35,000 feet. At first, it seems unnecessary. Airplane windows are supposed to be sealed, strong, airtight. After all, outside the plane, the air pressure is extremely low, while inside, the cabin is pressurized so passengers can breathe comfortably. So why add a hole? Wouldn't that let air escape? Wouldn't that weaken the window? The answer lies in something you don't see: pressure. Airplane windows aren't just a single piece of glass. They're actually made of multiple layers, usually three: the outer layer, the middle layer, and the inner layer, the one closest to you. Each layer has a specific job. The outer layer is the strongest. It handles most of the pressure difference between inside and outside the aircraft. The middle layer acts as a backup, and the inner layer? That one is mostly there for protection and comfort. But here's where things get interesting. That tiny hole you see is located in the inner layer, not the outer one, which means it's not there to let air out of the plane. It's doing something else entirely. That tiny hole is called a bleed hole, and its main job is to control pressure between the layers of the window. Here's why that matters. Inside the airplane, the cabin is pressurized. Outside, at high altitude, the air pressure is much lower. This creates a huge pressure difference pushing outward on the window. Now, imagine if that pressure affected all layers equally. It could put unnecessary stress on multiple layers at once. Instead, the bleed hole allows air to move between the inner and middle layers. This ensures that most of the pressure is handled by the outer layer, which is designed for it. In simple terms, that tiny hole makes sure the strongest part of the window does the hardest job. But that's not all it does. The bleed hole also helps prevent fogging. At high altitude, temperatures outside the plane can drop below -50 degrees Celsius. Without proper airflow, moisture could build up between the layers, causing fog, frost, or even ice, which would block your view. The bleed hole allows a small amount of air circulation, keeping the window clear. So when you look outside and see clouds or city lights, that tiny hole is quietly helping you see them. Airplanes are designed with extreme attention to detail. Every component has a purpose, even something as small as a hole in a window. Because at 35,000 feet, small design choices can have big consequences. The bleed hole helps manage pressure, protects the window structure, prevents fogging, and ensures the system works as intended, all without you ever noticing. So the next time you sit by an airplane window and spot that tiny hole at the bottom, remember this: it's not a flaw, it's not a mistake, it's a carefully designed feature working quietly to keep the window strong, clear, and safe. Sometimes the smallest details are the ones doing the most important work. If this surprised you, give the video a like, share it with someone who always picks the window seat, and subscribe for more surprising explanations behind everyday things.